1D1, happy Monday. Let's go ahead, look at your jobs for today. So first things first, we're going to come over to our assignments. It's the week of the 1st through the 5th, and today is Monday, March 1st, 2021. Let's go ahead, let's look at our jobs for today. So first things first, we have our morning work, and like I said last week, we are starting a weekly check-in where you guys go ahead and let me know what you may need, anything that you did over the weekend that you want to share, something you're looking forward to this week, something maybe you hope to change about this week, anything Miss Walsh can do to help you, and how you're feeling for today. Please make sure that you fill this out this morning so we know exactly what you guys need. Alrighty. Then we have our journal, and for our journal, it is Make Believe Monday. You are going to be writing a story that takes place on a ship. And so you're going to be using 5 to 6 sentences at least to write your story. Your story can be historical, meaning based on true events, or it could be based on something that really happened in time. So here we see a boat that's really similar to maybe what we would see in the older times, as well as a steamboat here. So if you want it to be a little bit more historically accurate, you can do that. You can make it a silly story. You can see someone in a T-Rex costume driving a boat, just as long as it takes place on a ship. All right. Then you have sentence frames on the starters and on the right. Use those as needed. Again, those are not required to use, but they are there as a support. All right, then we have Zoom at 9 o'clock. After our Zoom, you guys are going to go ahead. You are going to turn in your informative writing, lessons 7 and 8. I'm clicking on the pencil. For 7 and 8, it is going to require you to complete it's going to ask you to do some research, and so we're going to go over that in Zoom today, and you're going to go ahead. You are going to insert a picture of 7 and 8 on here after you've completed the research. Again, we will talk about it during Zoom. Depending on how much time we have, you guys might also have an opportunity to start your research on Zoom. So you're going to go ahead, lesson 7 and 8, you are going to insert pictures. After you've inserted pictures, you are then going to go ahead, insert name, animal, and then you're going to share 3 facts you found about your animal's characteristics, and we'll talk more again about that during Zoom. Then you're going to go ahead, break time. After break, you're going to have your spelling skill job, and we are talking about the schwa sound. And with the schwa sound, we are looking at passive vowels, so vowels that make a I or a sound, and it could be any of the vowels, A, E, I, O, U. You are going to go ahead, you are going to first watch this video, click on the YouTube icon, it will take you there. After you've watched the video, then you're going to create sentences using these 5 words. Really quickly, going back to our informational writing about animals, if I click on the IB logo, it's going to go ahead, it's going to take me back to that animal research list. So if you're like, I forgot which animal I'm supposed to be talking about, it is right here. My friends who have blank spots, that is because you did not give me an animal. So you need to go ahead and make sure that you let me know today by the latest which animal you are going to be researching on. Alright, then you're going to go ahead, Stuart Little, chapter 12. I'm going to click on the Stuart Little. And it's going to take us to the read aloud. You are going to be reading chapter 12, The Schoolroom. Stuart manages to get himself in very interesting situations, and that is the case for today's chapter as well. So you're going to go ahead and click. You can click on the cover, or you can click on the speaker to listen to the story. Then you're going to move on to pages 2 and 3. Yes, I do know that it jumps from 8 to 11. That is intentional. It's because 9 and 10, I did not like those questions, so I took them out. So keep that in mind when you are doing this job for today. And then you're going to go ahead lunchtime when you come back, division practice. We are going to be continuing to practice division, get comfortable with it. So for today's job, you are going to go ahead, you are going to match the equations to the correct answer. And part of that means that you are going to have to solve using different strategies. And so you are going to go ahead, you can choose which strategy best works for you. Maybe it's arrays, maybe it's equal groups. Maybe it's fact families, knowing your fact families. But you are going to go ahead, you are going to go through and you're going to match these equations to the correct answers and go through using one of those strategies or multiple depending on what you prefer. After you do your division practice, you are going to do 30 minutes of iReady Math, and then it will be cleanup time. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye, D1.